You know the rule. Nothing happens without coffee first. We had a plan for the day, but wait until you see where this morning brew actually led us.
Oh, morning.
Morning.
Well, it's a beautiful day on this Saturday. What is it, April 10th?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a little bit of errands to run and see if we can find something along the way, I guess. First things first, was coffee.
Yes, coffee's first.
Hey, can I get an extra large double and a large with 1 milk, please? That's it. To buy quieter coats. But this I didn't think would be a big deal. Yeah, maybe if someone has some ideas in the comments on experiences with mics and coats and how to stop the quick sound.
The what sound?
After all, we are new at this. Thank you. Oh, look, they're filling some holes.
There's 5 seasons up here in Sudbury. Summer, winter, fall, spring, and pothole season.
Yeah, I'd like to know the difference. I'd like to know the difference when some people complain, even in the States where some of the roads are bad, or Alaska that the roads are bad, and compare the difference to what the roads are here.
Camera operator trained by squirrels. Yep, this was intentional. And you're welcome. We heard the roads to Alaska are brutal. Welcome to spring driving. Drop your road stories in the comments below.
So we figured, it's such a nice day, maybe we'll go for a ride. We have some little bit of garbage, I guess, from cat litter and stuff. I don't want just sitting around the house all weekend. So we'll take a little ride out to work. You guys want to come to work? There's nothing wrong with roundabouts if people know how to drive a roundabout.
That's the problem. They don't know how to drive a roundabout.
But you gotta admit, this little road took, almost 15 minutes off our drive time? If not 20 minutes off the drive time to go to work?
Yes. Just in case you thought we were exaggerating earlier, I think they missed a few spots. Just a bit of snow left here. Groundhog said early spring. Snow said, nah-uh. How much snow do you have where you live?
Welcome to the happiest place on earth. It's like Disneyland in here. So this is the office. This is where Noelle works. Cooped up with no windows. There's some tires. This is, right? This is the shop, almost freshly cleaned-ish, as much as I wanted to do on a Friday afternoon. Got 2 hoists, 1 drive-on, 1 2-post hoist. We have sort of an alignment machine, tire machine here, balancer there, all kinds of tools over there. You coming? Come on. It's the shelf of tools, the shelf of fluids. Got all kinds of spare parts. Every time you do a job and you have that extra bolt or the extra part, you don't know where it belongs, it just gets thrown there. What else?
A lot of extra parts.
Well, did a lot of jobs. What else is there? We have more tools. Very messy workbench. It's not a workbench, it's more like a big shelf. Pretty much. It's not a workbench anymore. That's what happens when you work by yourself. And that's pretty much it. Small. It's just for me. Noelle's office is bigger than my shop. All right, so I seen a sign for an outdoor show that's just down the street. You want to go check that out? Okay, let's go check it out. I've never been to an outdoor show. Okay. Yeah, so I seen it was just down the street at the arena, so it's not far. So if anybody in the comments, leave us a comment, I guess, if you want any content from in the shop, whether it's what to check before a road trip or any kind of maintenance that you should be doing on your car. We'd be happy to do it if anybody wants that kind of stuff. So I've been a mechanic now for pretty much 20 years. Probably 19 years too long. We've had the shop for 11 years now.
Started on 11th year in May. Oh boy.
Oh.
She busy, yeah?
Oh my goodness.
I wasn't expecting it to be this busy.
No.
Wow.
Wow. I see some saunas. Oh, they had a shuttle bus.
Oh, no way.
Where? Hey, where? Yeah. So this is where we are at the Garson Arena, or George Armstrong Arena, I guess. The Great Outdoor Show. We got local vendors that are outside. Some are upstairs, and then some are on the ice level.
It's very complicated. Well, I live like
Two, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the Cabin Depot booth. Cameras.
What we find for a lot of people with that kind of stuff is that it's great if you have a big RV, then okay, maybe there's room to put some larger rigid panels on the roof. Like that's what we did with myself. We did an install on our RV, right? But there's two parts to that don't always work, where these, like say a folding panel or something like that would be a really good option. First of all, to get the sun, if you're mounting this on your roof, then generally you need to park out of the shade. So then the RV is going to be hot anyway. So a lot of people are like, no, we want to park in the shade, right? So then cool, you mounted panels to your roof, but now it's not collecting any sun because you're under a tree or whatever, right? So with the folding panels, what that lets people do is basically they can show up to camp, they can find their spot, they can set everything up, and then they can take that out and roll it out kind of thing, and then just charge up from there. So if you can install the solar on the RV, it's probably going to be more cost effective because you can get more solar onto the RV. But at the same time, these types of things like your flexible panels, your folding panels that can go up and go away in a bag, that's really convenient for people. And then for us, RVs I really like that. It's got the newer ones, not as much, but all of them do have some sort of 12-volt side to them. So we have a lot of solutions on the 12-volt side. So we have 12-volt lighting, we have 12-volt fans, we have pumps that we can do even for RVs. We have all sorts of even just little cooking appliances and things like that can actually run right on 12-volt. But we're not draining our house batteries or needing a really, really large inverter just to support what we're doing. So there's a lot of different ways we can set that up too. Or we have portable power options as well, portable power stations where you can basically plug in lieu of a generator. That's the good thing about that is there's different options in different ways.
You guys sell like a package too if somebody wanted a package for their trailer?
So normally where we would start with anyone, whether it be RV, whether it be cottage or camp or home or anything like that that's off grid, is we have a tool on our website, which is a solar load requirement calculator. So what that lets you do is put in what you plan to use. So you say, okay, I do have a microwave in my RV. I do have, I like to have a coffee maker because I like to have a coffee in the morning. I use these lights. I have these things. From that, what we can do is we can say, oh, this is how much, battery that you would require. This is how much solar that you would require. There are ways to make that work based on your size. Like you had mentioned van life. In that environment, it's very tight. The thing about that is everything has to be very compact. Everything has to be kind of very tight. That's where potentially options like portable power, like EcoFlow or Anchor or something like this can replace a traditional generator. You can run some solar into it, but that's where then maybe we're using a portable panel or maybe we're using that. We're setting that up when we're there, but then we're not having to essentially hear a generator running. So this is a way that we can kind of make that still work and support the RV folks as well.
Might as well say where you're located too.
Yeah, so we're with the Cabin Depot in Sudbury. So that's our only store. We have a presence all across Canada. We sell online through our website, thecabindepot.ca and cabindepot.com. And we have a full showroom. Like we're here at the Great Outdoor Show, so we brought a little bit of a showing of the different categories, but we have even more of these sorts of things on display in the showroom for people to come check out. You kind of mentioned, okay, do you have a kit? Do you have a this? This is the point of why we have our store, is not just to, have someone go onto our website and buy some kit and have all this stuff show up to their door and then be like, okay, that's great. Now where do I go with this? Is this right? We want people to come in. We want them to see the different solutions. We want them to touch it and see how it actually works and understand how that is and see if these are the right things for them. Is this the right setup? Do we need something different, or should we do a combination of different things, right? And then that way, the goal is we get people who keep coming back. They're happy. They want to keep, advancing their off-grid life, which is exactly what we want to support, because we love seeing people, whether it be the van life, whether it be people boondocking, nomadic life, whatever that might be, right? Trying to support that.
So if anybody wants, you can come see Rob or any one of his guys that he has, and they'll help you out with cabins. Like you do cabin stuff,
cottages, cabins, RVs, homes. We were talking about RVs because I know that's what you guys are focusing on. But absolutely, that's it. I mean, there's lots of different setups depending on what you're doing and what the application is. But that's the whole goal for us, is to figure out, not here's shove something onto you. It's okay. What's going to work best for what you guys are doing to make sure your off-grid life is as easy as it can be. We're not saying it's completely simple, but absolutely,
Okay, so if anybody has any questions, contact Rob at Cabin Depot in Sudbury, and I'm sure he'll help you out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're with cabins.
Okay.
So we're on Biscotasing Lake. We've got 7 remote camps. So we're around the lake. You'll be on a cabin all your own. You'll be with your own group only. There won't be anybody else that's not your group. We range from somewhat remote to you might not see anybody else. Whatever you want. We have great fishing everywhere on the lake. The lake has tons of nooks and crannies for it, so lots of fishing opportunities.
This moment needed no words. Happiness in progress. Have you ever tried a beaver tail? Which one's your favorite? Put it in the comments below.
So we're back from the Great Outdoor Show in Garson. So what did you think?
It's definitely not what I thought it would be. It's a lot more than what I expected.
Well, there's a lot of vendors, and it's like way more busy than I thought it would be. That's for sure. But I think, like one of the guys was saying, I think because it's been such a long winter, everyone's kind of anxious for that camping, fishing. So everybody's out here trying to imagine themselves out there fishing.
And something to look forward to, because I think, how many weeks do we have left again?
5.
5 weeks left until our trailer opens up in May Long Weekend.
So they had a lot of good vendors there. A lot of maybe some good off-grid ideas too. And everyone we talked to seemed pretty knowledgeable also. Like if you had questions and stuff, they were pretty knowledgeable to answer them. They could have had more camping.
It is outdoor, but it's not what I thought it was, but still really, really, really good things.
It's still worth the $5 a piece to get in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, and that $5 is good for the whole weekend. So it starts on Friday. You have, I think it's 9 to 5 on Saturday.
They had a concert last night.
Yeah, and fireworks.
Yeah.
And then you can go again on Sunday. I think it's from 9 to 4. I'm not sure, but I think it's that. See what they have for this year's outdoor season, if you will.
And not bad for I don't know what time it is, but for a little outing, cost us $40 with your beaver tail lunch that you got.
If you like our video and you want to see more, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you somewhere down the road.